all right, this is about more of a, I don't know. It's still MMA related, but more like, anyway. So Sean O'Malley was on Bradley Martin's podcast, but it was at Sean O'Malley's studio, I believe. And then he was talking about how he's like a king, and I think him and his girl do have sort of an open relationship.
They do.
But the girl
He said
probably,
it many times.
yeah, but the girl probably doesn't really obviously like it that much. So he said that he's a king and he pays for everything, so he should be able to do this and that, have an open relationship, have sex every now and then with another woman. And the reason why I bring this up is because Vitor Belfort came at him hard after that statement. And I'll show you what Vitor wrote here.
I mean, if my wife looked like Vitor's, I'd be saying the same thing. You ever seen her?
She's
time. This is Vitor talking here. Reading this deeply saddened me. It's disheartening to see that many professionals end up with multiple ex-wives due to such behaviors. Well, it's not his wife. You serve as a negative role model for this generation. There's something.
If it's an open relationship, I don't see the problem with it. You know what I'm saying? If he's straight up just like,
I don't see why coming out talking about it.
Oh, why he does?
I don't see the benefits.
I don't know either. Yeah, I don't know why he would do that.
Maybe just get more chicks.
I don't think that matters actually.
Yeah. You serve as a negative role model for this generation. I genuinely hope that one day you reflect upon your change. This is terrible behavior. I don't mind it. The issue is when you have kids. When there's kids involved, it gets a little dicey when you do that stuff. But who knows? If that's their agreement, who cares? That's my other thing.
Agreement,
here's my other thing. Does it matter? Who cares? If his agreement with his girl is open relationship, even though they have a kiddo, and it's working for them, do you, man? I had a buddy who had 5 girlfriends.
Yeah.
And it was a nightmare. There's a reason why you don't do that.
Yeah,
Unless you're Hugh Hefner, and that didn't end well. No. They're canceling that guy left and right, even though he's dead. They're still canceling him. It just never works out. Do you know anybody in the history of mankind who did an open relationship where they've had multiple wives or girlfriends? The homeboy who has the show on freaking what channel on TLC or
something like that. Yeah.
The show used to be all about them and the sister wives and all that and the kids, and they had 4 houses all next door to each other, so he just jumped from one house to one house. You know what the show is now? Them getting divorced, them hating him. The whole show's.
I just don't see how it works.
I don't see how it's tough enough with 1,
dude.
Let alone imagine 5, bro. You're not Phil Jackson. You can't handle all these. You can't handle all these freaking personalities. That guy with a long, wet Jerry curl Mormon. That's not gonna work out, dude. Has to be confusing for the kids too. I realize that man who lacks respect for his wife and mother of his children can never be a good father. Remember, Vitor is also very religious, so it's clearly frowned upon. Mm-hmm. But also, who lacks respect for his wife and mother? I don't know if it's a lack of respect. He's young. These young kids are wild. It's what they do. If she's cool with it, who knows? If it works for them, again, at the end of the day, who cares?
It's their relationship. If it works for them, who cares?
But also, here's with a caveat. I would love to punch your ugly face in boxing match.
There you go.
That's why he's doing it. Mm-hmm. That's never happening. Your Uncle Dana White will never let be possible, but all the women would purchase the pay-per-view to see the whooping that I will give you. Hashtag disappointed. Hashtag role model. Hashtag I still use hashtags.
Fatherhood and respect. I don't know. It was just an interesting.
But also, he's an older dude, religious dude. Like to him, this is insane to talk about it. You know how many fighters or entertainers in open marriages or open relationships?
Yeah.
It's weird that this is a thing. Like, who cares? If that works for Sugar and his girl's cool with it, I don't get why you guys have any interest in this. I never understood that. The Will Smith and Jada Pinkett whole thing, okay. It worked for you guys. You've been together for 30 years, and that worked for you, okay. That would be like being upset that they have pizza every Thursday night. Okay, I don't care. Who gives a crap? That's what works for you, okay. And you're not forcing on me? Okay. I don't get why we care. Because it's different than what we do. Okay. And how's it going with what you're doing? Everything's okie dokie in your world? Worry about yourself. Okay. I don't care.
I hear. And to your point, the whole just making it public, even the Jada Pinkett, Will Smith stuff, that's fine. If you want to do that, go ahead. But making it public. But
I don't get why make it
was
public.
weird,
Like
yeah.
I don't get the benefit of that.
There's no
So
benefit.
so more people want to do it to make it the norm.
I don't know.
Why do you care? That's not your job. That's your but Sugar's thing. I mean, granted, now Sugar has a podcast, and one of the reasons we love him is he's open and honest about this stuff. Cool. I just don't see the upside. Maybe again, more chicks. I don't see why you'd go public with this.
Yeah.
Especially when a kiddo's involved. Your kiddo's gonna be able to hear this stuff.
Kid's gonna feel bad. Yeah.
Yeah.